everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be decorating my faith journal for next week. I do my own spreads. I just used dot grid paper and I create my own spreads if this is your first time watching. So before I dive into decorating the new week, I always like to go over the prior week and the things I've been studying and learning throughout my spiritual journey. So for the week of October 13th through the 19th, the box that says, what is a verse that brings you hope? My favorite verse is Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. I absolutely love that verse. It's my favorite. It was one of the verses that I had went through a situation in my second marriage, and that verse, I always loved that verse. I didn't know why I loved it, and I didn't quite understand it, and I didn't know why I was so drawn to it, but I was. But after going through my second marriage, it literally opened my eyes to what that verse is actually talking about. And when I was enlightened to the full meaning of that verse, I'm telling you guys that verse got me got me through some rough times. So giving thanks for being able to enjoy this fall weather and seeing the beautiful foliage. And I'm praying for the country during this next election. And I'm praying for strength for myself and other believers when life hits, that we're able to stand. And I'll go to this one. Service was awesome. Pastor Ken spoke about being lost and found, standing strong in the Lord when times get hard. Stretch your faith muscles by resisting the temptation to give up. Faith is choosing to trust God despite what we see or feel because of his faithfulness. And my jotted down key verse was Habakkuk 2:2, which says waiting. I didn't write the verse, but the theme of it is waiting on the Lord. If it's not God's time, you can't rush it. But when it is God's time, you or anyone else can't stop it. Can stop it. And I put, write the vision, make it plain that I may run. God's delays are not his denials. And our scripture to meditate on for the week was Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. My top three for this week, I did like top 3 gratitude points. So I'm grateful for my church family. I'm grateful for being able to live back in my hometown. And I'm grateful for my close friends. And for my reflection, I put reflecting on my life and realizing that when times get hard and obstacles come my way, I always would turn away from God. I need to learn to stand even in the dark times. Proverbs 24:10 in the Message Bible says, if you fall to pieces in a crisis, there wasn't much to you in the first place. I don't know if I ever spoke about this verse, but right when I started going back to church, I was on Instagram one night, and there was when I went to the search, I was looking for something, and I seen a clip of a woman walking behind a casket, during like a funeral procession, and I clicked into it, and come to find out it was a pastor who was burying her only child, her daughter, who had died from cancer. And I clicked in, I found her page, the mom, the pastor's page, and every day, every morning, she would do an Instagram live, like early morning prayer with a verse, just to get the day started. And when her daughter passed, she didn't come on for a couple of days, but then she started coming back on, and I watched the video that she did because her daughter had just recently passed. And the video that the prayer that she had done in the Instagram live, or what she was speaking about, was that verse. And she was like, you know, if I preach that God will give you strength and he will carry you through and he will take care of you, and the minute something tragic happens to me, I'm nowhere to be found, then that doesn't speak to what I've been teaching all of these years to my church. And she brought that verse up, and I don't know, that thing just spoke to me, and it was like, that's so true. Like, and I had to think about that. And I'm like, that's so true for me, because I know, like, I hear a lot of pastors say, you know, when things are going good, everybody runs to church. But I mean, when everything is going good, nobody's in church. But the minute your life starts to fall apart, everybody's running to church and they want prayer. And I never could connect to that, because that wasn't me. And I was like, I don't do that. It's like, when everything is good, I'm in church. And then when my life starts to fall apart, that's when I find myself out of church. So I could never relate to that. But when she spoke about that, about, you know, if you fall apart in a crisis, you know, there was really nothing much to you to begin with. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, that really hit me, because that's what I do. I do. I just do. So, yeah. So that verse now is like, it's like second. I have a lot of favorite verses, I'm sure we all do, but that one really gets me, because it just spoke to me at that time. Like, that is so true. Oh, so remember, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this page. Well, the day that I did a video this past week using the Cricut to create, you know, to when you want to do printables, like you find printables on Etsy. And I was using these girls here to show an example, but because this is what I was working on when I got the idea, like, oh, maybe I should do a video showing how to do your printable stickers on Cricut to put in your happy planner. So I wanted to do this one. I thought she was absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to do a bigger size. Oh no, come on, let's not. Because I want to put her on the front, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to decorate that first page. But I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to put her down. And maybe put some verses or something. Should we do like, let's do like a border of some sort. Oh, I'm not prepared. Why am I not prepared? I have all of these huge, oh wait. I have all of the bigger washi strips. Near me. I actually could have left this for another video, thinking about it, but it's okay. I'm just gonna put her down, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the top part of it, because I need to see how much space I have. I'm just gonna cut some of this offset. Isn't she gorgeous? I love this sticker. So I'm just gonna put this down here. So I think what I'm going to do, like I said, is just maybe put some of my favorite verses. Or, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was just thinking maybe like battle verses, like verses regarding like battling in the spirit, but I think I'm going to do my favorite ones, and I'll just put it all around, but I wanted to put this one in here before we get started, because this is my journaling section. See, that's what I was worried about, because I have this cover and then this but I started my journaling section. I always want to do a 2-page, so I started it this way, and this page was empty. I was like, what am I going to do? I can't just leave it, but I think I'm going to do that, and maybe add some florals. Maybe put the florals that are here on this page. Yeah, all right, I'll do it. I'll add to it, and then I'll just show you guys. So that's what I started to do. Take out this week for this week. And let's get started. So for this this week, I'm going to use this girl and this girl. And because they have the yellow, I have Live.Love.Posh's Bright Blooms, and we are going to do the sunflowers. You know, the more I use this box set, I realize, again, I always say this, these sticker books and this box set are perfect for journaling. Perfect for journaling. I'm gonna put this to the side. So I may need to get me another set, because I'm just in love. I'm in love, and I'm shocked at how in love I am with these sticker books, but I am. So, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh wait, they're right here. I was about to say I didn't grab any of my faith. I didn't even look for any of my faith stickers. I got my usual. Oh Lord, you guys. I may have to stop this video and come back, because I didn't look through any of this to see which ones I was going to grab. All right, I'm going to have to do it. Also, this video is going to be like 8 hours. So let me put my tabs down for the stickers I want to use, because it's already like about an hour anyway when I don't do this. So I will be right back, you guys. Okay. I was able to mark off some of the things. So let's see what we can get done. No, I'm not sure why this is curling like this. All right, let's go to the washi page. And I think we're going to use the brown. Try to debate. I'm going to use this one or this one. Let's go with this one. Trying to see how far I want to bring this. Right there is good. And I always try to hold on to these little pieces, because I'm like, I could use them somewhere, I think, but I never have room after. But It's not going to stop me from holding on to them just in case every time. Late. This video is kind of late this week because everything I had going on, but I wanted to get it done before Sunday so that I will be ready for the week already. All right, so we have that down. Let's get our florals down. Just some of our florals. I don't know why this page is curling like this all of a sudden. All right, so I'll put this here. Trying to figure out, am I doing it just to the top or where the dots are? Let's just do where the dots are. Although I think I should have done it to the top because then it allows for more room to write, to add things, but it's already down, so we're not going to worry about it. Just take a note for next week. We're going to get our box here to write the week. Ooh, right at the edge. Ooh, that was close. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to what are we gonna do? All right, let's get some of our boxes down. So we're gonna do our praying for. Couldn't find, there wasn't a lot of yellow, of course. So I think I'm gonna go mustard. Yeah, that's so crooked, it's not even funny. I can't even play it off. The dot's supposed to be helping me. All right, so we have that. We'll take that out. Some cool boxes. I thought this was a good one. Journal prompt. Reflect on a time when God rescued you. I'm going to put this down here. It says, He only is my rock and salvation. Okay, we're going to use that. That's another quote box, so we're going to leave that to the side. We already have a praying box, so we don't need another one. That's my reflect one, my memory, and I don't know if I'm going to use that quote. It's like a little pink line through it, so. And then this is what I'm using for the box. Okay, so let's get some boxes. All right, so my reflecting box, I'm going to put on this side. Let's do green. Oh no. Boxes are not working with me today. Some days it's better than others. Some days I just lay them down and they just go where they need to go. All right, so let's get our reflect. Here it is. Okay, and then we need a box for what? Our memory verse. Okay, so let's use this for memory verse. Okay, what other one I needed? Gratitude. can put this one back. I just want some space. So I am waiting for some space, y'all. Gratitude. Okay. And let's see what this is. That's the quote. I'm not sure I'm going to use. That's a box quote. Another box quote. Some arrows. And some more quotes. Okay. All right. We got the main part of it down. So that's a good thing. And I want to put my girls in here somewhere. And then I'm going to put a box. This is crooked. I don't know where to put this. This is where I want to put some keynotes from the sermon. We can put that there. So we have like I think we do have something that says like sermon notes. Here's some other quotes. I mean, what do you call it? Journaling prompts. I'm like bringing in what I'm reading, prayer, learning to be patient and on my heart. I need extra help too. Loving it, meditating on. I wanted to use one of these, but I could do the learning to be patient in or on my heart. We could use those. All right. Where's my... We could put those, use those on the other boxes. On the other side so it doesn't look so empty. We're looking for something for the sermon. See, it says Bible study and journaling. They don't have one that says sermon notes. Oh, this one is good too. Song I'm singing. So many good ones. Now all of a sudden I'm looking through it really good, and I'm like, wait a minute. Habit trackers. I swore one of these had sermon notes. The Bible study. Memory verse. No. Okay, maybe I was just seeing things. Just maybe. But this is not going to be in the color scheme that I want. Oh. I think in the grand scheme of things it doesn't even matter, but... Alright, I'm going to leave it. Yeah, these all say Bible study. Sermon by, but I don't need that. I just need something that, like, I could put sermon notes on, but it doesn't matter. I could just still write whatever. See, the whole purpose... Oh, here's some more memory verses, too. Alright, I'm not going to look through all these, because that was the purpose of doing this on pause, so that I wouldn't have to do this all on the video. Okay. So this is just going to be the box where I put like a summary of what my pastor preached about on Sunday. And let's just do this because you never know. Let's get some more florals. The better I get with this, the more I continue to do it, then I will be able to talk more while I decorate, but this is like new to me, so I'm just like trying to get used to doing it and making sure I get everything that I want to put on here on the page. I guess we can put a quote here, right? I guess we can. Guys, boxes are not. Okay. All right, let's get to this side. I want to make sure I put her on here. And I'll have the link to this Etsy shop in the description for the praying girls. I think they're labeled Faith Women. So I will have them linked so that you can head over there and get your printables. Okay, what other ones I wanted to do? We have our gratitude box. We don't need this one. This one. And then what is this one? We're not going to use that. So we're done with this book. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So I want to do a box. I'm not going to do on my heart because that's almost like reflecting. This box is so crooked, y'all. Learning to be patient, and maybe I'll do that one. Okay, I kind of fixed this box, but I don't know. I know this side is begging, screaming for some florals. Please, ma'am, sir, whoever. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put this is sticker book is taking me down, y'all. We're gonna put some florals on top of this box because this corner keeps lifting up because of the many times I picked it up and I put it down and I picked it up. So we're gonna put that there. I don't know. The spread's not coming out the way I want it to. My mind is seeing it a whole. It's going a lot different. It doesn't look bad though. I just need more florals, I think. See, this is lifting up. Stop doing that. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it. Let me just look at it like this without all the craziness around it. Why does these copper discs work great with every single one of them? Every single spread I've done in this, in my faith journal. All right, you guys. I think it came out pretty good considering. I feel like I was all over the place, but I like it. Got my girls in there, so that's good. Let's put some of this washi on here. And it's good because it'll hold down these corners that keep popping up. Like a Band-Aid. I put the, trying to find where this, seriously, just forget it then. I don't know what that's going on today, but here it is. I know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. So it's going to be a nice little quick easy video in my mind, and that's what happened. Okay, so that is it. Yeah, this is going to be at my journaling, spread it in my faith journal. My spread in my faith journal for the week of the 20th through the 26th. Yeah, the 20th through the 26th. And I love how it came out. And I used Live.Love.Posh's new Bright Blooms sticker book. I will have her link in my description if you want to grab a copy. You can use my code Mika10. That'll get you 10% off if you just get the individual book. If you get the set, you can't use my code. But if you get the separate books, then you can use my code and I'll get you 10% off. Yeah, I always feel like there's more I want to share with you guys when I'm doing these videos. But like I said, for right now, I'm so focused on making sure I add it to my pages what I need to add, that I just am like so in my head. Yeah. But the sermon that my pastor is talking about, the series he's doing right now, is very, very good. And it's talking about basically those questions. I think I mentioned this before, the questions that people have. Why do bad things happen to good people? And why is there evil in the world? And, if somebody really believes God, why, do they still die from cancer or whatever is going on? So that's basically the series that he's doing now, is to help answer those questions. So it's, like I said, it's a very good series. Especially last Sunday, he spoke about basically not turning, like I was saying in this whole spread, it's just about not, turning away from God when bad things happen, but leaning into him fully and his word, and trusting and believing that he will pull you through. And I'm telling you, like, that was really enlightening what that lady spoke about that verse, Proverbs 24:10, really spoke to me. And I need to be better and do better with that, because, like I said, I have known who God was all of my life. That was one thing I wanted to share with you guys. The aunt that raised me, I believe I spoke about this before, but she had a sister, and she was so sweet. This lady, we saw, we all called her mommy because she was just the sweetest lady ever. And she ended up passing away when I was 9 years old. Completely devastated. That was the first death that I ever remember in my life where it was just so hard. And for a long time, that was my question, because the aunt that raised us, which was her sister, like they were sisters, but the one that raised me and my sister, she was like the meaner of the two. Like, she made us go to church. She made us do all the things that kids didn't want to do. So to us, in our eyes, she was the mean one. Her sister, the one we called mommy, she was like the sweetest lady ever. She was always smiling. She was just like a ray of sunshine. And when she passed, I was devastated, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what is happening? Why is she going? And I used to always feel like, why did he take the good sister? Like, that's what my thing was as a child. It was like, why would God take the good sister, like, and leave us with the mean one? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But now, like, growing up and as I got older, and in my late 20s into my 30s, when I really started getting close to God, I realized that, again, Romans 8:28, everything works for its purpose, because she was the one, the aunt that, my aunt that lived the longest, she was the one, like I said, who kept me and my sister and my cousins in church. She was the one who did that. Now, her sister, the one we called mommy, she was in church too, but we didn't live with her. So if the aunt that I lived with passed away first, I don't know where me and my sister would have ended up. I honestly could not tell you guys where we would have ended up. And for that, it was like, okay, now I'm starting to see, like, this was his plan. Like, he knew, of course, this was going to happen. And I honestly couldn't tell you guys. I don't think it would have been good. To be honest, it wouldn't have been good where me and my sister would have ended up. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that, even in that time where I thought God made a mistake, basically, as a child. That's what I was thinking. Like, you picked the wrong one. Even through that, it's like, I see now that, of course, it was not a mistake, and it was all his design and his plan to keep me close to him, so that even, when as I grow older, I would still keep this relationship with him. And that's why sometimes when I move away from him, it's so weird for me when I come back, because I always am like questioning myself, like, why did you even do that? Like, what was the purpose? What was the point of you falling away, when out of everything that happens in your life and will happen in your life, he's going to be the only constant. He's the only constant, and he's the only one, hands down, that you will know without a shadow of a doubt is in your corner. You will never have to question his motives, what he's really thinking, if he's, if does he mean what he really says. You never have to question that with Abba. He is true to his word. He stands by it. He loves you. He loves me. It's the real kind of love. It's the love that he loved you even before you were able to even love yourself. Now, that's deep. It took me a long time to love myself. And in those moments, he was still right there loving me for who I was, for my faults, for my transgressions, for my shortcomings, past, future, present, through all of that, even for the stuff I'm going to do next year, for the stuff I'm going to do 2028, for the stuff I'm going to do 10 years from now. He's going to love me right through it. He's still going to be there loving me right through it. And as a child, living the life that I had to live, going through the childhood I had to go through, it was hard, y'all. It was hard to understand love. It took me so long to understand his love, so long to understand it, because I couldn't see it through the human love. I didn't understand it through the human love. The way humans move and say, I love you, I I couldn't get it. I couldn't understand. Like, if people who actually know me, if my father, who actually had a hand in bringing me into this world, could care less if I lived or died, why would anybody else? Like, this is my father. I'm talking about my biological father. If he couldn't do it, and if my mother, when I was younger, wasn't there, wasn't around, basically casted us to the side as well. If my parents, my own parents, thought I was disposable, how could anybody, or how could God love me? That was my thing as a child. How could God love me if my own parents couldn't get there? Like, it was just a really hard thing for me to come to grips with in my life. And I realize that now as an adult, I understand now that his kind of love is in no way, shape, or form in any comparison to what he does for us. His love doesn't even compare to this human love. It doesn't even compare. Doesn't even compare. And as a child, if all you know is what you see, it was hard. It was hard going through that. It was hard still being like, oh, and then on top of that, without the love of my mother and father, already feeling kind of worthless. And what's the point of life? You know what I'm saying? I'm already there. And then I go to church every Sunday for you guys to tell us, like, God is basically a scorekeeper, and if you do this, he won't love you, and if you do this, he won't love you. That's why I was so burdened as a child, because I'm like, okay, I don't have the love from my parents, and now I am basically told that I have to be perfect in order for God to love me. How is that supposed to happen? Like, literally, how is that supposed to happen? I felt like as a child I was climbing an uphill battle. Just what is happening here? And like I said, I am so glad that he kept me throughout the years for me to understand what is really going on. And when I found out the kind of love that he has for me, it is mind-blowing. It's just life-changing. For me, it was life-changing. And so that's why I say, like, the relationship that I have with him, when I come back, like, this whole, like, even last Sunday, all of last Sunday, I was just in church and I was thinking, like, why weren't you here? Like, this doesn't even make any sense. This is home to you. What were you doing, girl? Like, what do you mean you weren't coming to church? Like, what? No, we're not ever doing this again. Ever, 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 ever doing this again. And I pray for my strength. That's why I wrote that down. I pray for my strength, and I pray for the strength of the believers in this period of time, because it's very hard. There's pressures. There's things that are going on. Depression's at an all-time high. Anxiety, everything else. And I just pray that we can all stay strong and do what we need to do for the work of God, and get our stuff and our business in order, so that when he comes back, we're ready to go. And yeah, that's what I pray. So that's going to be it, you guys. I don't want to talk you guys to death. And I would like to talk while like I said, decorate, but I just, right now, because it's so new, I'm trying to focus and do it. But I'm telling you, as I get better with this, the videos will probably be down to 30 minutes like they always do, and it won't be so long. But I pray that you guys got something out of it, and I will be praying for every single one of you guys. And I pray that you pray for I request that you guys pray for me too, that I stay strong. And yeah, that's it. So this is going to be it. This is going to be my journaling spread for the week of October 20th through the 26th in my faith journal. And I want you guys to stay safe and trust in God, right? And yeah, And I'll see you next week for the next week's faith journaling spread. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and make sure you hit the bell so you're notified when new videos are uploaded. And I thank you all so much for joining me, and I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye.